Playoff times. Playoff times. Welcome back, DNP family. Today we're going to be talking about the Whitecaps. Obviously, it's time for the playoffs. It's time for the games that counts. So we're back, obviously, with another video. Obviously, we headed into a new season from last year with the disappointment loss against disappointments loss, I think, at LFC. We're heading on to the season. We had to go through with a new coach, with Jasper, and he led us into obviously a playoff contention or playoff spot with having the second best record in the West. And obviously, we saw during the season there was a couple of games that we went on a run, so that shows that if we were to go deep into the playoffs, that we can go into runs and beat teams and just build up a good a good confidence throughout the regular season. And the other thing that happened to us was obviously in the 2025 CONCACAF Cup. For the first semester, we beat a Mexican team, so that was pretty. I think we beat Monterrey and we beat Pumas. And I think one of the other highlights for the season was we played against Inter Miami, who was a team that's obviously known with that. They have Messi, they have Jordi Alba, they have Busquets, and we managed to beat them 2 times to move on to the next round against them. And then obviously we won the Canada Championship for the 4th time against our local team, Vancouver FC, that's another. I don't want to say that's a given trophy that we can win for every season, but the way we play, I think we have a chance of having that trophy to play for every season and to win it. So that's another big achievement we had this season. And I think we led the season in team record pace. It's not that big of a stats, but I think it was by the time the mid-season hit, we already confirmed to play in the playoffs. So the years before, there was times that we had to play in the play-in. We were finishing 7th, 8th, so that wasn't the best spots to finish at. But other than that, we had a pretty good season. Club record, 63 points, 18 wins. Obviously, it's unfortunate we couldn't get that first place in the West, losing to LA Dallas. Depending on whenever this video comes out, we lost to LA Dallas yesterday. So that's unfortunate. Lost the game 2-1 against Dallas. I think we kind of helped them get a better spot into the playoffs. But that game that we lost, man, we still have home advantage for most of the games, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. But 3 consecutive seasons that we make the playoffs, so that's a big achievement. So we're moving on. We're gonna move on now to the next topic that I want to cover: the key players and obviously some of the storylines for this season. Obviously, we have Brian White, who continues to lead our attack. He's been exceptional. I don't know, sometimes for a team, you need those type of players that are going to try to score every time they give them the ball. They're trying to shoot, they're trying to score a goal. So you always need those type of players on your team. Obviously, he scored a double-digit goal this season, so that's big for him. I think it's third straight season I scored double-digit goals, and obviously it was very good for us in our Championship Cup run this season. And obviously this year we added the addition of Thomas Muller, and to be honest, usually when some of the players, they come from Europe, they kind of tend to have this feeling of they have this ego because they played in Europe, they've won all these Champions League trophies, they won the Bundesliga, they've won this and that. So you kind of think they might bring this type of ego towards the team. But I think, I'm not saying our team commodity wasn't good before, but it feels like ever since Thomas Muller came to our team, he kind of just automatically just joined in and has become one of our leaders on our team. The team started playing a little bit better. The morale is a little bit better. Obviously, at the beginning of the season, we went on a little run. We won in multiple games, but other than that, it's been really, really good. So I think Thomas Muller has been a great addition for us. And obviously, he's going to be a player that we're going to really need for him to perform, at which he has for the most part. We need him to perform at his best when the playoff starts. All right, so on to what to watch or / our weaknesses that we might have going to do in the playoffs. As much as we started the season really good, there was a time this year, I think it was around June. Yeah, from what I remember, I think it was around June or so, or around that time, we went through a rough patch where we lost multiple games in a row. And it tends to be for some reason, our team, it's when we score first, we tend to play really well. But like when the other team scores first, it's like we're trying to catch up, to win the game. So hopefully that's something that's a little bit different going to the playoffs, or that's something that's a little bit more different from like the regular season. But other than that, it's been very like there's times like you watch Whitecap, it's like it is, and it's like obviously the fans have this feeling where like it's like every season going to the playoffs, they kind of have, I don't say every fan because that's not a good thing to say, but they kind of have this feeling of like, oh, is this the year that we can finally win it all, and this is the year that we can finally perform well in the playoffs? Because this season, like, we finished second place in the West, so that's one of the best, if not the best team in the MLS this season. So if we go into the playoffs and God forbid, I don't know, put it in the air, but let's say we lose to FC Dallas, it will be a disappointment. So at the least, I think we want to push. I mean, we want to. The goal is to have a deep playoff run, because especially like I like the fact that we have home court advantage. I'm not home court advantage, but we have home field advantage, or whatever you want to call it, man. I'm used to the basketball saying home court advantage, but as long as we go into a deep playoff run, I like our chances to win the whole thing, obviously. But it just some of the things like that I just saw this season, like. It's just some of the weaknesses that we have. And then another weakness I want to talk about, which it's not necessarily about MLS teams, but I think it was against Cruz Azul in the Champions Cup. We went to Mexico. I think it was Mexico. I don't want to get the country wrong, but I think it was Mexico. And we went to Mexico and we lost that game. That 5-0. So there's times when we play against like the top teams and we kind of tend to underperform to that. But I think like I said, since the arrival of Thomas Muller, our team has kind of gotten better. Obviously we're gonna be missing. I think we'll be missing one of our defenders going to the playoffs. So that's that's a minus for us. But other than that, I think we'll be very much just fine for the playoffs for our team that we have right now. So I'm gonna be rooting for our team on Sunday. Obviously, Sunday we have our first game one against Dallas, the best out of three. First game at home at BC Place. So hopefully I will be there. Hopefully some of you guys that are watching will be there at the game to watch and to be rooting for our team. And let's go Caps. So there it is. The Whitecaps FC are heading to the playoffs. With the momentum. Well, I don't want to say momentum because we just lost our last game of the season, which in retrospect, it doesn't necessarily matter because it wasn't like a thing of like, we just lost the playoffs and we lost our last game of the season, which is not the best, but for morale wise. But I think we should use that as a motivation to push going to playoffs and obviously perform better and whatnot. But what do you guys think? Like, do you think the Whitecaps this year are going to push deep into the playoffs? Do you think it's going to be the same old? Do you think we want to, I don't know, do you guys think we're going to win the whole thing, the whole Mls Cup? So you guys let me know in the comments. If you're not a Whitecaps fan, you're watching this video, comment what team you're supporting. So I'm just gonna be this year. Just for me personally, I'm sure all about enjoying the games one day at a time, one game at a time. Because you start aiming and start thinking about the future, where you start thinking, oh, maybe we could win this year. That's where your expectations are not met, and you kind of lose yourself doing that time. But I think we should be good. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Road to 1,000 still on the way. So thank you guys for watching once again. One Half a Dim People show. Obviously, me and Praise are obviously great for you guys when you guys watch these videos. So more to come. Obviously, the playoff starts now. So definitely, y'all will be seeing a lot of Whitecaps video. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm realizing I'm yapping too much now. So peace out.